Once there was a king who ruled over a wealthy kingdom. One day, he decided to take a journey to explore distant parts of his land. When he returned to his palace, he complained about how much his feet hurt. It was the first time he had traveled such a long distance, and the roads were very rough and full of stones. Feeling the pain in his feet, the king made a big decision. He commanded his people to cover every road in the entire kingdom with leather. This seemed like a good idea, but it would require thousands of cow skins and cost a lot of money. One of the king's wise servants had another idea. He said, "Why spend so much money on covering all the roads? Instead, why not just cut a small piece of leather to cover your feet?" The king was surprised by the suggestion, but he realized it was a smart one. So he agreed to make a special thing called shoe for himself. This simple solution saved a lot of money and kept the king's feet comfortable. In the end, King learned that sometimes the simplest ideas are the best ones. And from then on, he wore his new shoes proudly, grateful for the wise advice of his servant. Moral: don't change the world, change yourself. You see, we are all guilty of it at some point or another. We look at the world around us with all its chores and craziness and we think, man, I wish things were different. If only the world would change, then everything would be better. But the truth is, the world aren't gonna change just because we wish it would. Nope, it's gonna keep on spinning with all its ups and downs, whether we like it or not. Imagine you are facing a really tough situation, like a big problem or something that makes you feel down. Well, research on resilience shows that if you focus on developing your inner strengths and learn effective ways to cope up with difficult situations, you will be better at handling those challenges and bounce back when things get tough. And another research in social psychology found that when you practice things like paying attention to your thoughts and feelings, or being thankful for the good stuff in your life, or looking on the brighter side, it can make you feel happier and more satisfied with your life overall. So here is the deal. Instead of trying to change the world, how's about we focus on changing ourselves? Now I know what are you thinking. Changing ourselves sounds like a heck of lot of work, right? But trust me, it's worth it. Because when we change ourselves or when we work on becoming the best version of who we are, that's when the magic happens. Think about it. When you work on being more patient, more kind, or more compassionate, guess what? You start to see those qualities reflected back at you in the people around you. When you work on being more positive or more determined, suddenly those challenges don't seem as impossible to overcome anymore. So changing the world might seem like a lofty goal, but changing yourself? That's something you can do right here, right now. It's about taking the ownership of your life. So, my friends, I leave you with the challenge. Don't wait for the world to change. Change yourself. Be the kind of person who makes a difference. And together, let's show the world what we are made of. Let's change ourselves, and in doing so, let's change the world.